Hi guys, my name is Ksenia. I'm a power yoga instructor, and this flow will help you to improve your hips and hamstrings flexibility to get your full split. So you don't need any props at all, just grab your mat and let's get started.
Let's start warming up the hips with the inhale, palms up, exhale, forward fold, inhale to the flat back, exhale, forward fold, jump into plank chaturanga, shift forward, inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart and palms are shoulder width apart. With the inhale, you bring your right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and do about 5 circles with the knee to open up and warm up the hips. And since you are done, straighten the leg. So we are in one-legged downward facing dog with open hip and leg straight. Let's do this dynamically. With the exhale, you bring your knee towards your nose, pressing into palms, and inhale, leg up and open the hip, keeping the leg straight. So we'll do 5 of those there. And since you're done, just maybe hold a little bit this one-legged downward facing dog and then switch the side. With the inhale, left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee and do about 5 circles with the knee, trying to keep your upper back low and press the chest towards your feet as well. So since you're done, just straighten the leg, open the hip, and let's do this dynamically again. Exhale, knee to the chest or to the nose. Inhale, bring the leg up, open the hip, keeping the leg straight. 5 times of those should be okay. If you'd like to do more, you are welcome, and we are done for now. Let's warm up the hamstrings as well from downward facing dog. Step forward with the right, come into low lunge. Feet are hip width apart, hips are square. Press the hips forward and down, and with the exhale, straighten the front leg, keeping the hips square. You should actually press the right hip back more than the left to keep both hips on one line. And the forward folds over the leg with a straight spine intensifies the whole thing. Since you're done, come into lizard on your palms or on your forearms. You can also open the hip, pressing towards the knee. The toe will follow the knee in this case. And since you are done, just let's meet in downward facing dog and switch the side. With the inhale, left leg up, exhale, knee to the nose, step forward, come into low lunge, press the hips forward and down. Exhale, straighten the leg, pressing the left hip back more than the right to keep the hips square. 5 of those should be fine. And since you are done, we will meet in lizard lunge on your palms or on your forearms. You can see from this side hip opening better how it looks. So press towards your knee and the heel follows the knee in this case. So since you're happy with that, just step back into downward facing dog. Let's fire up the hamstrings to improve mobility from downward facing dog, leg up, step forward into standing split. Bring the left leg as high as possible, keeping the leg straight. And Let's do it dynamically. So you lift and lower the leg, keeping the hips square. Foot is hovering. 5 of those is okay. Aloe shape, then knee towards your nose. Aloe shape. From aloe shape, come into warrior 3 as a transition, and come into low lunge. Hips forward. From low lunge, bend to the side. Right palm on the floor, and keeping this bend, come into forward fold over the right leg, keeping the hips square, of course. So since you're done, come into downward facing dog again, and let's switch side. Left leg up, step forward, come into standing split on your left. Try to straighten the leg, and let's do this lift and lowers with the leg straight, foot hovering, and hips square. Aloe shape, knee to nose. Aloe shape again, straight spine. Warrior 3 as a transition. Low lunge, open the chest, hips forward and down. And of course, don't forget this side bend on another side, on the left side right now. From the low lunge, bend to the side and bring your left arm to the floor, keeping the bend forward, fold over the left leg, and since you're done, downward facing dog. Let's fire up the hips with some dynamic movements. From downward facing dog, come into low lunge, open the chest towards the ceiling, and with the exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, come back into revolved low lunge. 5 times of those are gonna be fine. And since you're done, just switch the side. From downward facing dog, right leg up with the inhale, and with the exhale, step forward. Feet are hip width apart, come into revolved low lunge, open the chest, and with the exhale, lower the hips. Also 5 of those on this side. And we meet in downward facing dog. You guys are doing great. Stay with me. For the next move, come into high lunge. Hip square and feet are hip width apart. Straighten the front leg and keeping the spine straight as well. Slowly come into forward fold over the front leg into pyramid. Since you are there, you can straighten the spine with the inhale and bend over with the exhale. Around 5 of those is going to be fine. And since you are done, keeping the legs straight, come into one-legged downward facing dog, and bring the foot towards your wrist, keeping the legs straight. I know these are very tough, but you get this. As for the another side, just do the same. We come into high lunge, then we straighten the leg, keep the spine straight, fold over the front leg, do it slowly, and since you're there, just with the inhale you can straighten the spine, and exhale, bend over. You can keep the heel up or keep the foot on the floor. Coming into one-legged downward facing dog, just bring the foot towards your wrist, keeping the leg straight a couple of times, maybe 5, and let's meet in downward facing. Last move before our splits. From the wide stand, there the feet are wrists width apart. We come into side lunge. Keep the foot flat on the floor and try to sit tall. Bring the palms together and let's switch sides about 5 times each side. And since you are done, you can, for example, open the chest to the ceiling as well. So I will show you right now how it looks. It's advanced variation, but of course you can try. And since you are done, let's come into wide-legged forward fold and have a nice break here. Now guys, we are ready to try the full splits, or it's gonna be your personal variation of the full split, maybe from downward facing dog. Left leg up, knee towards the chest, step forward to the long lunge. Hips are square, feet are hip width apart. Let's do a couple of rounds of the half split. And when you are ready, you just straighten the front leg and the back leg. If you are super bendy, of course, you can come into forward fold over the front leg. And when you are done, just bend the front leg again. If you are struggling with the mat, that's absolutely fine. You see? And let's just switch the side. So inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee towards your chest, step forward to the long lunge. Press the hips forward and down, and then straighten the leg, keeping the hips square. Since you're done, just bring the front leg forward and straighten the back leg. Forward fold if you like. And since you're done, come back into low lunge. Struggling with the mat is okay, you see. And let's meet in downward facing dog. Amazing job, guys. Let's finish the practice with seated or laying meditation. I didn't record the video for you guys for that because of course you know how to lay down and relax. Don't skip this part. Take at least a couple of minutes to relax and to recover yourself from the practice to get more advantage of the practice. So guys, amazing job. See you again on the mat next time.